Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games, and I just wanted to do a little bit of a channel update. I wanted to actually talk about my uploading schedule. You see, I haven't been, as some of you know, as recently as just a couple months ago, I was hitting a point where I was able to upload 2 videos and sometimes more every single day, and I was very proud of that. Because I was able to do that and also not even feel like I was being stretched thin, and that was while the school semester was still going. So I guess that was actually in May or so. In fact, I think it was in May because right now this is my current uploading schedule that I'm working on. But if you look at the original document, I last updated it May 18th, so I've pretty much gone the entire summer without referring to it, which I'm very ashamed of. But this is what my future plans are for the channel. So let's first talk about the things that I have going on right now. I do have the Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Moe Restoration series that is going to become a daily series. And incidentally, I'm spending today organizing. These uploads are going to begin tomorrow. So the Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich Moe Restoration Empire of Japan campaign, that is going to become a daily one, so I can wrap that up hopefully before Kaiserreich updates on me again. Once that is done, I'm not, let me be perfectly clear, I'm not going to stop playing Kaiserreich, but I want to then start catching up on the Kaiserreich Minor Monday reports, the progress reports, and probably most importantly doing guides. So these are going to be like weekly, hopefully, except for the Minor Monday and progress reports. Those will probably be a few times a week, at least until I catch up. So that's something that I've got going on. Now, Medieval Monday is going to be coming back, so my Crusader Kings 2 campaign, the French one, is going to continue to be uploading every Monday. I'm very happy with how that campaign is going. It's a very fun one. Also, I know that I have to continue my Civilization 5 campaign, the one where I'm playing as the Aztecs. That's going to resume as well. Of course, I could kind of take my time with this because it's not like Civilization 5 is going to update anytime soon. And really, it's these updates that have been causing a lot of the frustrations with me as far as how the channel's been going. Like, the Equestria at War has been updating. That just updated yesterday, which was really annoying because 2 days ago I had started a new Equestria at War campaign as a New Maryland as a live stream. I'm sure many of you saw that. But then the very next day it got updated, so that save file didn't work anymore. And there was just all sorts of funky stuff happening in that save file. Anyway, so yeah, Civilization 5 is going to come back. We're going to probably make this Wednesdays. I'm going to be playing Führerreich again. Now, Führerreich I have manually installed. It's the only mod I currently have that's manually installed, so I don't have to worry about if it updates on me. And I do want to finish up the Volkis Germany campaign. Now, down here I have a bunch of series that I'm planning on doing eventually. But before I get to that, let's keep focusing on the top part here. In fact, let me kind of just increase this a little bit, just the font size. So once I'm done, my priorities here is I want to finish up this Japanese campaign. I want to finish up the German campaign. After that, Hearts of Iron 4, as far as campaigns, is going to stop for maybe a week or two while I work on guides and things like that. For example, there is a guide for a certain nation that I have promised somebody on my Discord that I'm going to do a guide on because he won a contest on my Discord, so I still need to do that. I also have to get caught up on these progress reports and on the Minor Mondays. You know, the next update is going to be really big for Kaiserreich. You're going to see a lot of more North American countries. Basically, the American Civil War and all the break-off factions are going to be radically changed. There's going to be tons of new directions they can go in. So I'm going to have to redo some of my oldest guides ever. So that's going to be annoying, but it's going to be fun. All right, so Japan is first priority. Volkis Germany is second priority. Now, Crusader Kings 2 would be the next priority after that, because I don't think that we're going to be seeing the new DLC come out. I think it's called Holy Fury. That's not going to come out until probably after the summer ends, because I think right now Paradox is actually on their vacation. So I don't have as big a rush to finish that up. And of course, Civilization 5, I have no rush at all to finish that, so that could be my weekly series for a long time. Now, eventually I want to get to a point, and I mean, by eventually I mean like within the next couple of weeks, get to a point where I'm daily uploading and sometimes more than once a day. So now we're going to talk about future campaigns that I want to work on. Of course, now that Kaiserreich is updated, once I'm done with Japan and maybe I've done some of these progress reports and guides and stuff, I want to do a 0.7 country. So that'll probably be one of these South Americas. I don't know if it's going to be Argentina, Brazil, Ecuador, whatever. There's quite a few, and I'm debating which one it's going to be. They all, now all these series that I'm going over, there is no particular order when I'm going to release them. So some of these I might not even get to, like, till who knows, by December or something. Could be a while. And like some of these, when I upload them, is totally out of my control. So for example, I want to play Russia and Kaiserreich once again, but I'm waiting for them to implement the decisions in the into Kaiserreich, which they don't really have right now, except for they have those send in the army decisions, which will increase stability, and like sometimes it has different names for different countries. And they've also got the decisions that have replaced the puppeting system in Kaiserreich, where you conquer a nation and then you have a certain amount of days before you decide if you're going to puppet them or if you're just going to continue to militarily occupy them. So I know that the Kaiserreich team said at PDXCon that they're wary about putting too many decisions into the game because that slows down the what's the term, performance speed of the game. And Kaiserreich already runs a little bit slower than vanilla, so they don't want to exacerbate that. But still, the Russia campaign is not going to happen until the decisions are implemented. As far as Hearts of Iron 4 is concerned, I have at least 3 Equestria War campaigns I hope to eventually do. You know, I did promise a long time ago that I was going to play Stalingrad and do all 3 of their paths, so I still need to do Darkwing's path, and I still need to do Sinister's path. That's going to happen eventually. But when I say eventually, we're talking, I'm probably not going to get both of these done this year. So that's long-term stuff. I also want to play a democratic nation at some point. I've wanted to play as Equestria and stay harmonious and then go down the Republic path, but I don't want to do that until they've fixed the communism tree, because I want to start the communist civil war at some point during that campaign. Not that I'm going to switch communist, but I want them to uprise. And like that is what leads to the Republic. That's like the storyline I have in mind. All right, other stuff. I want to play Rise of Nations. I want to get some real-time strategy onto the channel. Now, Rise of Nations, if you don't know, is kind of an older RTS game. I think it holds up pretty well. It's pretty fun. And I'm just deciding which campaign in it I want to do. It's probably going to be the Alexander one. And of all the future series list stuff that's on here, this is probably going to be the first one that comes in once I'm done with Hearts of Iron 4, at least the active campaigns that are going on. Now this is a super big one. This is a one I'm very excited about. Alia Jacta Est, which is, this is another grand strategy game, but it has nothing to do with Paradox Interactive. It's from this company, AGEOD Games. They use a completely different engine than like the Clausewitz engine that Paradox uses, and they do some really interesting and some very, very interesting historical periods. And I think one of the reasons why these games are not more popular is because it's turn-based. Like, you hit N-turn at the end of each one, like it's a 4X game, but it's not a 4X game. And sometimes those loading times could be a little bit long. Now, I've got it on an SSD, so it's not so bad, but it's kind of perfect because I really find that my favorite campaigns and the campaigns that people seem to respond to the best are the ones where I talk about the historical context of things during them, which sometimes can be tricky for me to do because in a grand strategy game, you know, the clock's running, and yeah, you can pause, but I'm distracted by gameplay too much. So anyway, this one is their Roman game, which has several start periods. So for example, I could do the Roman Civil War between Caesar and Pompey. I could play as I could do like Spartacus's revolt. There is the Carpathian Wars, the wars against Carthage, you know, the Punic Wars. So the timeline that I'm probably going to do is I'm probably either going to play as Pompey during the Civil War, or I'm going to play as Severus during another Roman Civil War that happened. And basically the Severan dynasty was the last dynasty before the crisis of the 3rd century hits Rome. And I really don't think people talk enough about this guy and his dynasty. Super interesting dude. I don't want to get into it here, but I would definitely love to talk about him while playing his campaign. And also, these games are extremely historically accurate, unbelievably historically accurate. All right, but this is going to be a long-term stuff because I'm still learning to play the game, and I want to get a campaign or two of my own off-screen done so I can feel competent enough to do it on do it for YouTube. All right, a couple more things. Stellaris is going to be coming back. I'm not even sure that anybody noticed, but I stopped the Howard's one. You know, that campaign did end off screen, and I eventually just stopped uploading it, even though I didn't get them all up because nobody was watching it. But I'm thinking I might give Stellaris one more try just to see if anybody likes it. I like Stellaris, but nobody. I guess my subscribers don't. But it's going to be as the Imperial Federation. Those of you who saw my Hearts of Iron 4 Fuhrreich campaign, where I played as the British Empire and I established the Imperial Federation under King Edward, the God King, this would be a custom nation, custom civilization that is his descendants, that is that Imperial Federation, eventually reaching towards the stars. And it would be the first time on the channel that I have played as a monarchy. You know, it's an authoritarian government, so I think it could be it's going to be different. And if people end up not watching it, then I guess Stellaris just has no place on this channel. Anyway, and then last thing for now, I want to eventually get Battle for Westnoth up on the channel. It's a really fun hex-based game, turn-based game. A lot of randomization, but I'm trying to actually I've been trying to install this patch, which takes away the randomness, so it becomes more skill-based. But if not, that's fine. And I want to get a Battle for Westnoth campaign up on the channel. Probably a shorter one. I probably won't do the big one that's like 21 levels long or something. I'll probably do one of the ones that's only single digits in length. But it's a very fun game. I used to play it a lot when I had... that's actually how I got introduced to Paradox Interactive. I used to only use Linux, and Paradox games work on Linux, and so does Battle for Westnoth. A friend of mine told me about this one. It's very fun. I think I've done some live streams of Battle for Westnoth. Very, very fun game. So a lot of the stuff you're seeing down here, just to summarize, is eventually going to find its way into weekly slots during the week. So we're going to fill this back up again, and then those will be done in addition to guides, Minor Mondays, progress reports, etc. Final piece of important news, I think we're going to be saying goodbye to live streams because I just don't think my live stream quality is as good as stuff that's pre-recorded, and time that and I usually will live stream if I find that I have a few hours in a row that I can do it, but it's just too much of a pain. And if I have 3 hours in a row that I'm able to play video games, I would much rather record 6 episodes. You know what I mean? All right, that's it. Big enough, I hope that's plenty of answers to questions people have had. Also, I'm not taking recommendations, so please stop. As you can see, I already have a lot of things queued up, and there's more that I have not even typed up here. So please, don't bother with the requests, because 99% chance I'm never even going to get to it. Anyway, you all have a nice day. Subscribe if you haven't already. Goodbye.